This is Coach and the Kid. I'm the Kid.
And I'm the coach.
And today we're bringing you the NBA preseason box score breakdown. We're going to look at the scores from yesterday's games, and we're going to give you our critique on who did well and who didn't. So we're starting off with the Heat versus the Spurs, and Victor looks pretty good as of what we saw. Seems like we were wrong about him at this point.
Yeah, he looked pretty good.
120-104 was the final score, and now we're going to look at the Warriors versus the Lakers. They're always rivals. Golden State eked out the win, 129-125, and not much has changed in terms of their teams. They're always going to look good. So
it's the preseason, man. It's the preseason. So, but let's break this stuff down. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, we're not really worried about wins and losses and stuff at this point all the way, because everybody didn't play they top people and all that, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you want to learn basketball, this is how you learn. This is how I learned it, right? This is all I did. I looked at box scores more than playing with kids, playing with toys when I was like 5-6 years old. This is all I did. So, and where that button at where they show everything. I want to see the plus minus, the
plus minus is
everything.
Right there.
Yeah, but it's some other stats that's missing.
You might be thinking about Basketball Reference.
Nah, it's here too. I don't know if it's available where we at. But anyway, we're not a Pistons channel, but we've talked about them a lot. And I've talked to you guys about Cade Cunningham's inefficiency, and I'm gonna show you guys what you kind of look for. So number one, a man here, 14 attempts, 24 shots. That's incredible efficiency. That's probably like 60-something% efficiency. Highsmith, 2 for 9, 6 points. You don't want that. I don't know all these, but Duncan Robinson started, okay. 4 for 9, 14 points, 3 for 8 from 3. I don't know how you can make 3-pointers but not make free throws. 5 assists, which is a lot for Duncan Robinson. No turnovers, that's good. He was +2. Highsmith, we already talked about him. Thomas Bryant, man, people need to stop playing with Thomas Bryant, man. Like, Thomas Bryant,
I don't know why
play.
The Lakers got rid of him. He was good for them. But now that they got Christian Wood, I feel like
he was part of a trade. That was like a couple years ago, man. Like, that was when Lonzo was playing. So Thomas Bryant can play.
I thought Thomas Bryant was on the team
last season. Was he that? Well, that might have been his second time, because he was on there with Lonzo, because that's when LeVar was like up in the mix, right? And they had relegated Thomas Bryant to the bench, and LeVar was always hyping up Thomas Bryant. He was always like, man, keep your head up. You're gonna be a good player. He used to do that on video, while he was there in the practices with Lonzo and stuff. Thomas Bryant can play. Like, these franchises, and again, I feel like the Pistons are doing this. New regimes come in, new coaches come in, and all of a sudden, nobody that's there now can play basketball. I need my guys, and only my guys know how to win, and so they don't properly value the dudes that are still there. I think Thomas Bryant is one of those guys.
Well, maybe the coaches, they have to pay attention to the other players on the other team. So maybe they don't like them, and when they get to that team, they're like, I'm not going to play this guy.
Nah, I don't. It's because they want to bring their guys in, because, only their guys can play basketball, and that don't make no sense. Anyway, all that being said, he didn't have a good game this game. But who is this? Drew Smith. I don't know. I don't know who Drew Smith is. 5 for 10, 3 for 3 from free throw, 3 assists. 3 assists to 5 turnovers. That's not good. 13 points. He was +1. So that was Check Diallo. He didn't do nothing. Who was that? Cole Swider This is what you don't want. 3 for 14, 11 points. Bro was minus 18.
Most of his shots were threes.
Exactly, because they got him on that analytics nonsense. He was terrible. And nobody else on here. Who is this? Orlando Robinson. I don't know him. 6 for 9, 12 points. 5 turn. Man, this second unit turned the ball over like crazy. Here's another thing you have to look at when you're looking at young players. I'm assuming this is a young player because I don't know him. Bro had 4 fouls in 17 minutes. Huh? You can't.
How you do that?
Bro, Andre Drummond used to do that all the time. Stop playing.
He used to start the game.
It don't matter, right? What this speaks to is this is your feet. This is your defensive awareness. This is you don't know what you're doing out there, right? So that's one of the hidden things that they look for. But all the other people, like look at all the other people on their team: Kevin Love, Jimmy Butler, Caleb Martin, Adam, like they didn't even play they team, so they just giving the young guys a play. But we're gonna talk about the Spurs. And listen, man, look. I want the Spurs to be investigated. I think the Spurs should be investigated because I forgot. Like we did. If you haven't watched our Wemby video, go back and watch it. I don't care what nobody say. Boy looked terrible. And when I say look terrible, we've been watching him since, he was overseas. And he didn't look great then. He shot a horrible percentage then. So we weren't surprised. Like, we just not coming at people saying, oh, they can't play. We watch the games. We not average fans. So he wasn't doing much for his team. Right? He wasn't shooting a high percentage, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Then he come in preseason, same thing, looking terrible. So I'm like, bruh, but what I forgot, I did a video on Brand Forbes that was pretty popular on my old channel. And I talked about the Batcave. And I talked about it doesn't matter where the Spurs draft people, they must have a Batcave and they must have the Captain America serum. And they're able to turn anybody into a decent player. Whether that be Devin Vassell, who I like, was it Julian Champagne or something like that?
They pronounce it Champagne.
Champagne. Dude was one of the best players in the summer league, right? And so now you have, WENBANYAMA, who without question has talent. Don't get me wrong, guys. But this dude looks like a different individual. It's only been 2 months. Dude has put on muscle. He's more athletic, right? He's in the best shape he's ever been in. He's dribbling better. They fixed his shot. Like, how you fix all of that?
He still can't shoot 1 for 5 from 3. So
no, dude. His mid range look. So let's look at the number. His mid range looks good, bro. But we can just start with him. Don't talk to me about 1 for 5 from 3. He was 10 of 15, 15 shots, 23 points. Guys, listen. The best players to ever play the game operate on a 50% efficiency. What am I calling 50% efficiency? What I'm saying is not making 50% of your shots. I'm saying if you take 20 shots, the greatest players that ever play take 20 shots and they average 30 points. LeBron James, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, for his career averages about 18 to 19 shots, and his career averages 27 to 28 points. He's the GOAT, the best to ever do it. That's what you're looking for. Those are the type of guys that you can build championships around. We'll take a look at Jokic goes even further. Dude be scoring 27. Look it up for him. 27 on 12 shots. Like, he takes the efficiency to another level. Steph Curry, same thing, right? So I don't care about any of this other stuff. What I care about is how many shots did you take and how many points did you get off those shots? Whether that be you got fouled because you're faster than everybody, or you're bigger than everybody, you're stronger than everybody, right? And then when you get fouled, you have to make the free throws. So drawing fouls is a skill, but then making free throws is also a skill. That's why Shaq, believe it or not, never averaged 30 points a game. Even though I'm sure his efficiency was up there, Shaq could have averaged much, much more if he was a decent free throw shooter. So, yeah, 1 for 5 from 3, 2 for 2 from free throw, only 4 rebounds. He's going to struggle at that because he's got a small frame. 4 assists, 4 turnovers. That's not good. But 3 blocks, plus 13, and 23 points. If he do that, every game, he going to be rookie of the year. And the scary part about it is I think he's going to get better because, like you said, you can get that 3-point percentage up. If the NBA decides to give him the Luka treatment, the MJ treatment, which they could, the refs going to give him 8 to 10 points a game. So on a game, like this, 15 shots, if the refs had given him 8 more free throws, this could be 30 instead of 23. What you got to say?
I was just about to give the Jokic stats. That's
okay.
He averaged 15.8 attempts this season per 36 minutes. 26.2 points.
There you go. That's
like 70.
Yeah, that's more than 50%. More than 6. I told you he takes it to another level. 15. You saying he averaged 27 per 36, or he averaged that for the season? Yeah. What did he average for the season? So you saying he didn't play 36 minutes?
I don't think so. He averaged 24.5 points,
right?
11.8 rebounds, 9.8
Okay, those 24
assists.
Points on how many shots? Not the per 36, the real. Like 14 shots or something?
14.8.
That's crazy. 24.6 points on 14.8 shots. Guys, that's more than 50%, more than 60%. And he's not playing 36 minutes. That's amazing. So they're getting
off by a couple minutes, 33.7.
But dude, there's a hell of a difference between playing 33 minutes and 36. Huge difference in your body and everything else in those 3 minutes. Right? So who else we got? Baby Dennis Rodman, 4 for 10, 10 points. That ain't nothing. Chetty's on the. You did say Chetty was on the Spurs.
Yeah, they got rid of him. I don't know why.
Understand. Chetty can ball, man. 3 for 5, 5 assists. Look at Chetty. No turnovers, 10 points. Yeah, that's what you want. That's awesome. Okay. Bassey, I've only seen him a couple times. 4 field goals, 6 points, 4 blocks. 1 assist, 1 turnover. Most big guys, if your bigs can be 1-to-1 guys, you're gonna be a good team, right? If they could be better than that, then great. And then here you go, my guy. I want the Pistons to get this guy. If they mess around and trade Jay Knight, which they should not, hear me, which they absolutely 1,000% should not. If they do, this is one of the guys that I'm willing. If you twist my arm to trade him for Devin Vassell, I think he's like my new Anthony Simons. He's one of the most underrated guys. Look, 6 for 9, 6 for 7 from 3. Talking about efficiency, 9 field goals, 21 points. That's more than 100%. That's more than 100%. Don't ask me how he was -3. Right? 3 assists, no turnovers. This is a winning basketball player. Imagine this dude on the Pistons. Okay? Who else over here? These dudes don't matter. Ain't nobody. I don't see nobody down here. Oh, Trey Jones. I see you there.
Champagny didn't play well this game.
Yeah, but he gonna be all right. I thought I saw him make more shots. Or did we see the only 3 he made? I thought he played well. Dude was still +8. But 7 shots.
I just want to make sure. Did I see a duplicate of Champagny in the box score somewhere? Because I thought I saw his name on the Heat's roster. I thought maybe there might be twins or something.
No, ain't no twins, boy. Anyway, okay, so that's that game. But, yeah, man, I forgot, bro. I forgot about the Batcave. I don't know what they doing. I want them to be investigated because he looked like a different person. Like, I understand dudes growing their game. I know how dudes grow their game. I know how they can get better. Yeah, it takes years to change dudes' jump shot. Ben Simmons' jump shot still ain't fixed. right? It took Markelle Fultz years. How you fix a man's jump shot in 2 months? Now, I've done that.
Well, they only had to fix the foot part of it because the release, not the holding.
I'm about to.
The release looked good. He had that swish, but the holding. So they might have just changed the position of the ball and got his feet under him because he looked like he didn't know how to jump.
Yeah.
Once he fixed that, it's
he
a
didn't
good
have
shot.
to jump in that other league. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's take a look at Lakers Warriors. Okay, again, Mr. Efficiency. We'll start with the winning team. Steph just beat LeBron every time they play. Looney, 3 for 3, 6 points. Wiggins, Wiggins does struggle with efficiency sometimes. I thought he had a good game visually, but looking at it, 11 shots, 9 points, didn't get to the line, 1 for 5 from 3. You don't want that. Chris Paul, he wasn't paying no attention. Chris Paul with 5 turnovers. I've never seen
point guard
I've
himself?
never seen Chris Paul have more turnovers than assists. Never. And then, like I said, not even paying attention. I don't really care. Steph Curry, 8 shots, 18 points. Of course, 6 for 6 from 3, 2 for 4. Like, Steph Curry can come off the bench for a team until he's 40, and he's going to be able to do this. You know what I'm saying? Over 100% efficiency. Klay Thompson struggles with efficiency. He always had. See, fans talk about, who the best shooters are. No, Klay Thompson is a great shooter. Klay Thompson is top 10. Yes, he is. But Klay Thompson might be the streakiest shooter in NBA history. He's either all the way on or he's terrible. And he was terrible in this game.
Kuminga was ultra efficient this game, just like Steph.
Yeah,
9 for
Kuminga
12,
was balling.
26.
Why you taking my thunder, bro? I was getting to that. I'm going down the line, bro.
Well, I just skipped Dario Saric because,
I didn't know he was still in the league. What kind of voodoo he got, bro? Like, he must make a good spaghetti or something for him to stay in the league.
I don't think he's from Italy.
It don't matter, bro. I ain't say spaghetti because he's from Italy. I wasn't even thinking. I'm just saying he must give a good foot rub. He must got good jokes. You know what I'm saying? Because this man keep being in the league and he shouldn't be. But let's talk about Kuminga. 9 of 12, 3 of 5 from 3. That's important. Got to the line. See, the special guys, the athletic guys, they so athletic they get to the line. That's why I like athletic guys. Like, he did a move in this game. I'm like, what the heck? What did he take off from? And so you have to foul guys like that. 26 points on 12 shots. If he do that, they going to have to find a way to start him. Right? The only thing keeping Kuminga out the lineup consistently is Wiggins, his defense and his shooting. But he didn't shoot that well this game. Right? I don't know how they stole Trace Jackson Davis. Trace Jackson Davis can play. As you can see, 4 for 4. Right? Once again, though, 4 fouls in 11 minutes. Some dudes just can't stay on the court because of fouls, dude. Like,
he's a rookie. So
yeah, bro. Like,
you gotta have your welcome to the NBA.
It's still
moment.
basketball, but some dudes never. Like I said, Dre never got over it. That's why Dre didn't become a really, really good player. For the first 5 seasons, we was just praying he didn't foul out, and we was dreading when he got to the free throw line. Eventually, he fixed it, but it took him 5 years. He should have went to the Spurs. They could have fixed it in 2 months. Right? But this dude can play, but he's going to have to figure out the fouls. Again, Rudy Gay must make a good potato salad. Just, put him on the coaching staff, bro, or something. I don't understand. Gary Payton, he just catches lobs. So 4-6, 10 points. He was +4. Moody had a good game. 5 for 9, 15 points, 3 or 4 from 3, 3 rebounds. He turned the ball over a bunch. And I want to think this guy, did this dude? No, that ain't the guy that played for the Pistons.
That's their other draft pick.
Really?
I think it's Brandon Pajemski or something.
Where he from?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, he played well. He was plus 16 for 10 assists. No turnovers.
Yeah, he was passing.
What? Oh, that was him. The dude that we think is Devin Chinso. That was him. I don't know where my boy Devin Chinso at. He could play. So, yeah, they got rid of Devin Chinso and got another guy that looked like him. Yeah, man, but 10 assists, no turnovers. See, so, again, kid, don't talk to me about he's a rookie, bro. Trace Jackson Davis with 4 fouls. You either know how to play or you don't know how to play. This dude is a rookie too. Right? 10 assists, no turnovers, 26 minutes, 10 points, plus 16, and he missed 1 for 5 from 3, and 1 foul. So he played without fouling. That's how you know you got somebody decent.
He's a U.S. player.
Oh, is he? Yeah. He just looked like my man. But who was that? I'm about to say. It's obviously Draymond. Which Johnson is this?
There's so many Johnsons. I don't know.
I don't know.
Joe Johnson?
Why? Again, Corey Joseph must make a good pound cake. I don't know why Corey Joseph, Rudy Gay, and Saric, you get them together, they going to make a good potluck or something, because that must be the reason why they keep being on the team. I don't understand. We know Rodney McGruder. I don't know him. And I don't know Donovan Williams. So most of these guys aren't going to play, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do with my man, Pajemski. Is that how you saying it?
That's what I've heard other people say.
Okay, I think they're making it up too. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do with him. The Lakers, we didn't even go over the Lakers. Anthony Davis, 8 shots, 13 points, plus 14. Torian Prince, now you want to talk about ultra efficient, 6 shots, 17 points. That's beyond perfect. That's like every shot is a 3. And then there's that guy.
LeBron James.
What did I say? He's a 50% efficiency guy. 8 field goals, 12 points. That's what he averages for his career. Okay, 5 assists. You already know he's going to have a positive assist-to-turnover ratio. D'Lo, I love him. Not a pure point guard. But, he also scored 12 points on 8 shots. 6 assists. Too many turnovers. Right? And then I guess they're going to start Austin Reeves. I don't, whatever. I mean, okay. Again, I was on the biggest, bandwagon Austin Reeves fan before he was drafted, but I don't know that he deserves a start. But his numbers say otherwise. 9 shots, 16 points. Okay, assist to turnover ratio, 3 assists to 1, 2 steals. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to keep him out of lineups, but they still need a pure point. But LeBron is the pure point. He's that dude. I think he's more comfortable with the ball in his hand. But I still feel like they need a secondary ball handler. And D'Lo, he used to be better than what he is, but he turns the ball over a bit too much. I thought Hachimura scored like 30 points. All the stuff I seen him do. 5 shots, 8 points. That's crazy. I thought he did a lot more. He was plus 11 though. There's our guy. What'd I say? Christian Wood is a point a minute man. He is a point a minute man. If you play Christian Wood 20 minutes, he gonna score 20 points. What I don't understand is why won't nobody play the man 36 minutes so he can average 36? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he does. 5 of 8, 1 or 2 from 3. Scored 13 points. Didn't give you any steals. But look, even 7 boards. Right? Anthony Davis, 22 minutes, 6 rebounds. Christian Wood, 13 minutes, 7 boards. Right? Here's the big difference between the Lakers team this year and last season. Last season, AD go out, he get hurt, it hurts the whole team. This year, if AD go out, they might be a better team. Seriously. In fact, if he wasn't getting paid so much, if I'm coaching the team, at best, I'm splitting the minutes between AD and Seawood. I might start Seawood. I like Seawood more than AD because Seawood ain't going to break his own knees and fall down and, all that stuff, right? AD can't get in and out of a car without falling down, right? So, you just can't trust him, and then he don't always put forth the effort. Christian Wood always puts forth the effort, bro. Am I wrong?
It would seem that way based on people moving him around so much. I've heard that his defense is lacking at times.
I haven't seen it. He blocks shots. He competes. Right? I just don't understand what people see. Sometimes I feel like I'm living in the Twilight Zone. Like, do y'all see what I see? Right? And then all these other folk, with Jackson Hayes.
Where did that Castleton dude come from? I
don't know.
They got a shot blocker out of nowhere.
He was nice. Again, here we go again. 12 minutes, 7 boards, 2 blocks. So you got 13 minutes, 7 boards, 12 minutes, 7 boards. Anthony Davis, biggest joker, 22 minutes, 6 rebounds. So that's the biggest difference between this team. They got a chance to win. I love Jalen Hood-Schifino. I love his potential, but he is inefficient right now. And he has been inefficient in the summer league as well. 7 shots, 3 points, minus 14. Bro, that ain't working. So you got to watch out for that. But they got too many dudes too, man. Cam Reddish can't even get no playing time. Like, look at how hard it is to make an NBA team, bro. Vanderbilt, he going to be on the team. Cam Reddish was a top pick. Gabe Vincent been on the team. I don't know who this dude is, but here you the son of a legend. For those that say, hey, the 90s NBA was harder. No, it ain't. This is the evidence right here. This is Scottie Pippen's son. You think Scottie didn't teach him everything? But if Scottie Pippen Jr. played in the 90s, he would dominate. He would be on the team. He would dominate, but he would be a starter in the 90s. He absolutely would. And his dad said that. I respect people who be honest. They asked Scottie Pippen, they said, bro, is game harder today or back when you played? He said, it's harder today because you got to be able to shoot that ball. He said that, right? So, and it is. The game is not easier today. Just because there's more space, you think more space makes it easier? It's harder to guard guys. You got to guard dudes basically for 40 feet. In the 90s, the reason why the defenses were so much tougher, I'm putting tougher in quotations, because you only had to guard dudes 15 feet. Jokers wasn't shooting free. It was from the out of bounds. They used to set picks out of bounds. They used to set picks out of bounds so Jordan could get a 15-footer, so Vinnie Johnson could get a 12-footer. That was a long-distance shot, a 15, 16-footer. Threes consistently like that were unheard of, right? So it's easier to guard 15, 16, 18 feet versus having to guard Damian Lillard or Steph or something, right, at 40 feet. But we ain't going to talk about that today, even though we already did. But the Lakers got a chance, man. So what you think about the West, bro? Like,
we keep saying it every year, but I genuinely believe this year is going to be like gladiator level. The Western Conference, it's going to be like Game of Zones, the show. What was that on Bleacher Report or something?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be like that. Like, every team, well, almost, is stacked. The Lakers got better. Denver is still there. Mm-hmm. Phoenix got Bradley Beal and some other role players. And you've got the Golden State. They're always going to be there. The Thunder are coming. Sacramento is good.
Coming.
Sacramento is good now.
I think the best team, the team with the most talent, not the best team. Let me recant that. The team with the most talent in the Western Conference. Do you know what that is?
I was going to say them.
Who?
Portland.
The Portland Trailblazers. They have the most talent of any team in the West. So, and nobody's picking them to go to the playoff. And then, if Wemby is having a game like he had this game, and he does that consistently, it's going to be hard to keep them out. Like, they're going to be in the play-in with Vassell, right? With Champagny, right? Trey Jones, but most importantly, Wemby. And they have a system. Like some teams, you get like Houston, right? They're also in the West.
Didn't they get – oh, wait, no. That was Indiana. I'm thinking about his college, Jarris Walker.
No, Jarris Walker? No. Yeah, Jarris Walker's in Indiana. Boy, the East going to be tough too. But, I mean, Houston is a place – and they can scare some people. But they got a lot of players, but you don't know about their system, their culture, and their coach. Right? So those, we're going to see what's up with that.
Houston's got a bunch of talent, too.
Houston got crazy talent.
Amen Thompson.
Yeah.
Jalen Green. Mm-hmm. Fred VanVleet, the $30 million man. Mm-hmm. Dylan Brooks.
Yeah. Cam Whitmore.
Jalen Smith.
Yeah. What's his name? Jaden Smith? The tall dude, they draft pick, number 2 pick. Whatever his name is. Smith. you better get up on it. Yeah, they got him. I don't know where, Rock'em Sock'em was going to be. Kevin Porter. Where was he going to play? While he around here Rock'em Sock'em. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Jabari Smith.
Oh, I knew it was a Smith. You looking at me like, it's a Jason. Boy, it's too many Jadens. Jalen, Jeaylen, Jaylin.
Jalen Williams and Jalen Williams.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so you're not going to clown me on no J, boy. Yeah, man, they got a lot of talent, but you don't know about the culture fit, coach, hide your kids, hide your wife. Don't let the coach see your girl. Don't be bringing your girl to practice, right? Because the Houston coach might run up on her.
Frank Vogel.
That ain't Frank Vogel. What you smoking? My man.
Right.
My man, he might run. So, you know what I'm saying? But, in San Antonio, ain't nothing like that going to happen. They got a culture. They have a system. You're not coming in questioning Greg Popovich's system. So, I'm not, I call the NBA. I've stopped doing it the last couple of years. I'm not attempting to make no calls. This not one.
All right, we can't forget about Zion. He's coming.
Well,
Dallas.
If I had to make, I just said I'm not gonna make no call. I'm not gonna make no calls.
Don't.
So but I would if you force my arm, if you twist my arm, I would probably bet that the Pelicans don't make it. There's no way that they can't. Not no way. If Zion is Zion, but dude, Zion is not a good defender. He's not. He helps defense, but he's not a good defender, bro. And they got Brandon Ingram and C.J. McCollum and all that. But one thing I'm gonna say for a fact, I'm gonna stake my name on this. Portland gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna make the play-in. They're gonna make the play-in for sure. And I think that's a team that other people are not looking at. There's gonna be some very disappointed teams this year.
I think I can say for the first time ever, an entire conference is playoff ready. We didn't say Memphis.
Yeah.
The Clippers.
Like 4 of these teams not going to make. The Mavericks, the Clippers, the Jazz, they not going to make it. The Spurs, Minnesota, they're like, those are bubble teams. Like, seriously. You can legit say the Mavericks are a bubble team. Right? Because you got to look at what could happen, right? All it takes is Kyrie, seeing a spaceship or something, and he just zones out and goes to space. they got them Virgin Airlines thing. He should go. He really should get a ticket, and so he can see that the earth is round. Like, you got to look at all of that. You know what I'm saying? And then we know Luka, right? He ain't gonna work out and stuff like that. They got the talent, but you got to look at everything. So I'm calling it the only team that I'm 1,000% confident is gonna make the play in. And this is crazy for me to say, is Portland. I would not be surprised if the Lakers don't make the play in. I wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors didn't make the play in.
What about the champions?
I would not be surprised if Denver didn't make the play. If you twist my arm right now, hear me. Denver is the champion. They got a good team. If you force me to pick a team that might not make the playoffs, I would have to choose Denver. Why? Because of Jamal Murray. Denver goes how Jamal Murray goes. And we know that Jamal get hurt almost every year. I'm not wishing that on him. I don't want that. I like Jamal Murray. I want to see Enfuego Jamal Murray, right? I want to see Bubble Jamal Murray. But when I'm making predictions, I'm looking at everything. You know what I'm saying? And so I would not be surprised one bit if the Nuggets did not make the playoffs. The only team that I would be genuinely surprised if they didn't make the playoffs, and I know this sounds crazy, is the Portland Trailblazers. Why? Because I know they got a coach, and they got some dogs on their squad. I think Scoot is the real deal. You got Anthony Simons that can light them up, and then you got Shaedon Sharpe who plays both ways. You got Jeremy Grant that plays both ways. And then you got super efficient DeAndre Ayton. They've never had a DeAndre Ayton. And then you have specialists off your bench. Malcolm Brogdon, who he played for?
The Celtics and the Bucks.
No, Malcolm Brogdon, who he played for right now.
The Trailblazers.
Right.
I thought you was asking who he played for.
No, Malcolm Brogdon is a winner. He's been on the team. Matisse Thybulle, who he played for?
The Trailblazers.
Okay, those are specialists. Those are winning guys. And Chauncey has been there before. He knows what it takes to win. And there's also not going to be a lot of egos. Am I going to pick the Trailblazers to finish first or second, third? No, I'm just saying, if I'm staking my bet to one team to just to make the play in, I ain't even say guaranteed playoff. I can't pick another team. I would not be surprised if the Spurs was a top 5-6 team. And that's crazy to say. I'm saying in the West. Would you be surprised if that happened?
Going by how much we was hating Wembanyama before, that much of a 10 spot
Dude,
impact.
What did he do this game? How much did he impact it? Plus 13. And I'm looking at trajectory, son. I will admit when I'm wrong. Again, I'm just looking at the man. If they got the serum, right, you could probably average 12 for the Spurs, bruh. If you go in that basement and I don't know what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Greg Popovich podcast 24/7. You know what I'm saying? They putting pills in your popcorn or something. I don't know, man. But he looks like a different guy. And I know they don't have no egos on that team. That ego is a big thing, son. When dudes just want to win because they want to win and help. Devin Vassell, as far as I know, he ain't got no ego. I know my man, Julian, whoever, with Champagne, he ain't got no ego. Wembanyama, right? Not yet. He don't have no ego. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not picking them to go, but I wouldn't be surprised to look up San Antonio's there. So, woo, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. Anyway, that's the box score show for today. Box score breakdown. We're going to see if we can do this more consistently. This is how you really learn the game, young fellas and young ladies. You got to study the game from the inside out. So we'll holler at y'all tomorrow.
We gonna cover the WNBA finals.
Why? See, man, we was almost done. We almost done. I'm about to hit this button, and you gonna ask something like that.